Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who topic video for today. So for this Doctor Who video, I kind of want to talk about my journey through the universe of Big Finish. So Big Finish is the actual, the production that does Doctor Who audios with the license from the BBC. And since 1999, they have actually been doing quite amazing stories with Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy. Then, of course, in 2001, they had the license to add Paul McGann's Doctor into their range. And we had some brilliant stories from the 8th Doctor's run. As well as later on in life, they had the license to do Tom Baker, Patrick Troughton stories with Fraser Hines doing the voice of Troughton. And, of course, Michael Troughton, the son of Patrick Troughton, is now doing his father's voice for the Doctor Who audio adventures of the 2nd Doctor. We have Tim Taylor doing the voice of John Pertwee, which is absolutely brilliant. As well as we managed to get, John Hurt's Doctor before he passed away. We've even got now Christopher Eccleston doing audios for Big Finish. And, of course, we've got David Tennant as well as having Jacob Dubman doing voice impressions for the 11th Doctor, played by Matt Smith. And, of course, his voice is really, really brilliant for when he does his voices for the 12th Doctor as well. So I really do like his voices, impressionists, that's what I need to say, voice impressionists, as well as listening to the great David Bradley doing his first stories through Big Finish. He's only done 5 box sets. I've only got one of them, which I have listened to. So I kind of want to talk about my journey through Big Finish in 2022. So last year, I decided to jump into the universe of Big Finish. And since then, I've listened to quite some amazing stories, which I've got here on the side, and some Big Finish product stuff to show you, like my Big Finish cosplay, which the image will come up now. This is my 8th Doctor cosplay from Dark Eyes, the Doom collection, as well as the Ravagers. No, that's Christopher Eccleston's one. From basically Dark Eyes up to Stranded. I haven't really listened to the other 3 series, like the Doom collection. I think the other one's called Revelist, something like that. And Stranded, I haven't really got around to listen to them yet. But I've actually gone and done my first Big Finish cosplay, which is of the 8th Doctor. Now, these pictures were taken earlier today, so I could actually insert them into this video as well. So I want to show you some of the best audios I've listened to and some of my Big Finish merchandise, which I really do enjoy. So the one thing I'm really proud of is this handmade, costumed Dark Eyes screwdriver of the 8th Doctors. So, and this goes really, really well for Big Finish. I actually got this at Comic-Con in December, and it really works so well with my 8th Doctor cosplay, with the blue leather jacket, the stencil bag, this t-shirt, blue jeans, and my nice brown shoes. This fits so well in with my cosplay for the 8th Doctor, and it's absolutely brilliant. And it's one of my favourite things that I own from the Big Finish universe. Even though it's hand costumed, I still class it as Big Finish because it is the 8th Doctor's sonic screwdriver from Big Finish. So talking about some of the audios that I listened to in 2022 and what really got me starting into this Big Finish, because this year I'm hoping to get more Big Finishes. So I've still got quite a few Big Finishes to catch up on that I need to listen to, because I have been busy with work over the last couple of months. So I am still slowly listening to them and getting up to the Big Finish range, because I've literally just gone and ordered 2 more Big Finishes today for only £20, which really isn't that bad for only 2 audios of the 8th Doctor. Not saying what they are, because I do kind of want that unboxing video to be surprised. So to talk about the audios I've listened to in 2022 and what I actually think of them. So this was the first Tom Baker one I actually got last year. I've got quite a lot of Tom Baker now from Big Finish, because I've got 2 full seasons I actually need to listen to of Tom Baker, because I've got the Fitch Hinchcliffe Presents, which is these ones just here, as well as the series 7 box set. I still need to finish them off. So I've got this one, which is 3 box sets from stories from the Finch Hinchcliffe era, which is brilliant with the Doctor and Leela. So I do need to catch up with them. So my first Big Finish I listened to with Tom Baker last year in 2022 was, of course, Return to Teros, which is a brilliant Cyberman story. The 2nd Doctor and Jamie's in this story as well. And this is absolutely a cracking Cyberman story. And this is what's got me into the Cyberman part of Big Finish. And I absolutely do enjoy them. As well, because I also got this story at the same point as I got Return to Terros, which is Hour of the Cybermen. And this is the Sixth Doctor's audio story against the Cybermen. And it has David Banks in it as well, the voice of the Cyber Leader. He's absolutely brilliant in this audio, and this has got Unit and the Sixth Doctor have to work with Unit to defeat the Cybermen. Really, really great story I've listened to. And then, of course, one of the best things I've listened to through 2023 was, of course, the Out of Time series, the trilogy of the 10th Doctor meeting his past incarnations. My favourite one is definitely Out of Time 1, because we got my all-time favourite Doctor with my least favourite Doctor, the 10th Doctor. I'm hoping the 14th Doctor kind of moves up in my list and what I think of the 14th Doctor when we get around to the anniversary specials. But I have dived into listening to all of these trilogies now, all stories of these trilogies, including the Cybermen, Dalek, and Weeping Angel one. My favourite one has got to be the Dalek one, followed by the Weeping Angel. This one's okay, not as great as the other two, but still very much average. So they're the ones I did kind of get and listen to in 2022, which are brilliant as well. Also, I managed to get some finals to sit down and listen to. So the first final I've really listened to this one, sorry, in 2022, was, of course, Wave of Destruction. Now, I do want to get this on CD, so I can actually add it into the CD range. But to have Wave of Destruction on vinyl, this is an absolutely cracking Tom Baker story. And I absolutely loved listening to this one. And I've literally just got my record player, my final record player out. So I'm going to set that up later on and actually listen to Wave of Destruction again. And as well as having the same story twice. So I've got one that's not even been opened, which is Max Watt from the 8th Doctor. So this one's never been opened. I paid, as you can see, I left the price on there because I've got it here still in the plastic, which this is the one I have played to listen to. I actually kind of like it. Doctor Who meets Top Gear, and the 8th Doctor with Lucy Miller. Now, this is my first introduction to Lucy Miller. I really think she's a brilliant companion, played by Sarah Jane Smith. I really do like Lucy Miller, and I'm kind of hoping to dive into more of her stories later this year. So, carrying on with the main CD stuff, I've managed to collect myself an entire whole 8th Doctor series. Now, and this has really grown on me, this series has, of the 8th Doctor, which is why I really do enjoy, because I have actually got more 8th Doctors to enjoy. So, the first full-on series I got of the 8th Doctor is, of course, the Dark Eyes series, with Dark Eyes 1 to 4. And this is an absolutely iconic series for me, because I do love Molly O'Sullivan. She's a brilliant companion. I wish she would have stayed after Dark Eyes, but the way they kind of end her character was brilliant enough as it is. It's a great way to end her character, but I wish we kind of had more from Molly O'Sullivan. Alex McQueen's performance as the Master, brilliant. Spot on, brilliant. I do like the way Alex McQueen plays the Master with Paul McGann's Doctor. They really do bounce off each other, and you do really get, like, Pertwee vibes and Roger Delgado vibes. You do get Delgado and Pertwee vibes from these two performances, and it really has made me really enjoy Big Finish a lot more, and to really appreciate the 8th Doctor, which is now why the 8th Doctor is my favourite Big Finish Doctor, because I do want to get more of the 8th Doctor series. I've got I kind of have got next on my list the Doom Collection series, and I do kind of want to get a bit more of the 8th Doctor. Also, last year, I picked up a Doctor Who Chronicles, which is Time Jacks, starring Jacob Judman doing the voice of Peter Capaldi and working with a time agent. This is another iconic story. I really struggled at first because I didn't understand how, because I actually thought it actually was Peter Capaldi. I know it said Jacob Dudley, but I was like, I'm sure that's Peter Capaldi, because it does sound so much like Peter Capaldi to me, and I absolutely enjoyed this story. It's a brilliant story with only 3 episodes, and it's still brilliant. And Jacob does a really, really good performance for the 12th Doctor, and I really do enjoy him. Next in the list is, of course, the 11th Doctor Chronicles #2 by, again, Jacob Dudman. Now, I actually prefer him doing the voice for Matt Smith's Doctor, because it really sounds so alike the 11th Doctor, where his 12th Doctor story, even though I said it's so brilliant, you can tell. I had to listen to a few clips of Capaldi playing the Doctor and listen to it again, because at one point I couldn't tell the difference, but then when you listen to, like, watch a few clips on YouTube and you go and watch other I'll go back to listen to the story. It's like, yeah, okay. This one, he sounds so much like Matt Smith. It is brilliant. And I do kind of want to get more of Jacob Dubman's kind of stories that he's done for Big Finish in the Chronicles. I really did enjoy this one. I have got my review coming out on this one at some point because I've got quite a few reviews to do. So next one I listened to. Now this one got me into the 10th Doctor on Big Finish. Now the 10th Doctor is my least favourite Doctor on TV, but he's got some cracking stories in the Big Finish land, including the 10th Doctor Volume 1 Adventures. 10th Doctor Adventures Volume 1. Now, this has David Tennant and Catherine Tate really, really well. And I do recommend to get this one with David Tennant playing the 14th Doctor and Catherine Tate is reprising a role as Donna Noble, not the 10th Doctor. You know, he's playing the 14th Doctor, but he still meets Donna Noble. And this really does get you so hyped for the anniversary specials. And I do highly recommend getting this one because it is another iconic box set. I love... My favourite story at this is definitely Death and the Queen, because Donna is still very sassy as she was in Series 4. And I really do enjoy this one. And this is a perfect time to get the 10th Doctor Adventures Volume 1 because of the 60th anniversary. I absolutely do enjoy that one. It's kind of got me into the 10th Doctor Adventures a bit more because I was a bit hesitant getting more of the 10th Doctor stuff because of the really, really bad impressionists that Infinite of the Sigillus has left me with, because I did listen to that one last year with David Tennant and Billy Piper. I didn't really enjoy that one. That one's just not great because it has so much Series 2 vibes, where this one, the 10th Doctor Adventures Volume 1, didn't give that to me. It had some new vibes. It was brilliant. It's absolutely amazing, and I really did enjoy it. Plus, I absolutely did enjoy listening to the Out of Time trilogies as well. So the next Doctor I do kind of want to talk about is, of course, this box set. So this box set did come out last year, and it's one of my favourite 7th Doctor stories now. It is Silver and Ice with A Bad Day in Tinseltown, which is a fantastic story that features the 7th Doctor and Mel bumping in to the Cybermen. Yes, we do basically have the Silver Nemesis Cybermen in there, but we kind of have the Troughton type ones, as you can see on the cover here. And it is a brilliant 7th Doctor and Cyberman story. I really do love this one. And it's such brilliant. The Reboss Inheritance is so much better than the Reboss Operation that we had in season 16 with Tom Baker. So this box set is absolutely my favourite McCoy so far. I have to admit, it's my favourite 7th Doctor story in the early years, where my favourite Big Finish story for the 7th Doctor so far has got to be Damaged Goods, because Damaged Goods, which is next on the list, which I have got just here. There we are. Damaged Goods. Damaged Goods, it is another brilliant 7th Doctor story, and it's one of my personal favourites. It's my... If I was going to say what's my favourite between Damaged Goods and Silver and Ice, Damaged Goods has to win it, because McCoy is so much more. He actually does develop more from his season 26 counterpart, where he was in season 26, the way he was manipulative and stuff. This story basically brings more of that manipulative side out of the 7th Doctor. It's a brilliant, brilliant story, and I absolutely love Damaged Goods, and it's now my favourite McCoy story for Big Finish. But if I was going to add my favourite Big Finish story into the TV universe, then it would probably be my second favourite after The Curse of Fenric. So Curse of Fenric is my favourite McCoy story for TV, where my favourite Big Finish McCoy story is Damaged Goods. So carrying on with this, I've only got a few more box sets that I did enjoy listening to in 2022. So I'm going to talk about the 3 main box sets I've got for Christopher Eccleston. And it sounds like he's never been away from the role as the 9th Doctor. These 3 box sets I own at the moment for the 9th Doctor Adventures. I still need to get Response to Calls, Old Foes, Back to Earth, and Hidden Deaths, which is, of course, the 9th Doctor encountering the Sea Devils in that one. And, of course, the Sphere of Fear, which I do kind of looking forward to listening to that one. I absolutely do love these box sets. My favourite one has got to be Lost Warriors. That is my favourite box set so far with Christopher Eccleston. Ravages is brilliant. I absolutely love it. It's a great way to get new fans into the 9th Doctor era, and it's a brilliant way. And in fact, this is still on Amazon right now for £14, and it's still going cheap. I don't know why it's going cheap at the moment, but I think it's brilliant. Where the rest of the 9th Doctor series is still a bit pricey, because it's £34.99 for Response to Calls, which is his second box set, and it's £34.99 for Old Foes, because I was looking at them too yesterday. And of course, Old Foes is the return of the Brigadier, not Nicholas Courtney, but they do kind of have somebody named John Chisel, someone like that does the voice of the Brigadier for the 5th Doctor box set I've got, which is 42. I mean, to listen to that one because that is an incredible 6-part story, especially a story around the 5th Doctor's era, because he's normally had 4 parts. So my favourite, I have to admit, my favourite box set so far for Christopher Eccleston has got to be Lost Warriors, because it has a fantastic 9th Doctor story and it with a Cyberman, and it really does kind of give me some like Dalek vibes in it. And I do love this one as well, Return Into the Stars. I've got my review coming out on this one at some point later on this year. I am a bit behind on reviews at the moment for Big Finish. I am so sorry about that, but I am a bit behind. Then, of course, for Tim Taylor as the 3rd Doctor, I really couldn't tell the difference between Jon Pertwee and Tim Taylor at first, because I do love his impressiveness, and he's brilliant in this box set as well, which is the first one. My favourite story has got to be Prisoners of the Lake in this box set, where we do have the Hovercart of Empress. It's not a great one, but I do love Prisoners of the Lake. It is a fantastic Doctor and unit story. I absolutely love it. And I have got another Jon Pertwee, well, another 3rd Doctor audio with Tim Taylor, which is this one, which is his 3rd one, and it comes across them against the Daleks. So I am in the middle of listening to that one. I'm on episode 2 at the moment of the Dalek parter, of the Dalek story, so I'm quite looking for that one. My next one I'm favourite of is, of course, Wirrn Drawn, which is another Paul McGann and Sharon Smith story, and it is the return of the Wirrn since 1975. And the women are so done in this story really, really well. I do kind of want them to return, but this has got to be my 5th favourite story that I've listened to so far of the 8th Doctor. So I do love Wirrn Drawn. And then, of course, coming into the main 2 that I've actually got on CD before I talk about the ones I have listened to on Spotify. Door of the Gods. This is a fantastic multi-Doctor story with the 2nd and 1st Doctors meeting. Peter Purves does a fantastic impression of William Hartnell for this audio, and Fraser Hines is just brilliantly as Patrick Troughton's Doctor. And the fact you've got the Daleks, and this is set somewhere in between the Daleks' master plan, and for the Doctor's basically point of view, this is an alternate timeline where the 1st Doctor never really got to the adventure of the Daleks' master plan, and the Daleks basically just still go around to invade. Where for the 2nd Doctor's point of view, this is somewhere in season 6, and it's just a brilliant audio adventure. And then, of course, we have another good box set, which is called the 1st Doctor Adventures Volume 4, which has got Return to Skaro and Last of the Romanias. My favourite story at this box set is Return to Skaro, because David Bradley, he is absolutely superb as the 1st Doctor. He's absolutely superb, he's brilliant, he's amazing, and I do highly recommend this one. Then, one stories I have listened to on Spotify, so there is The Swords of Orion, which is my first introduction to Paul McGann versus the Cybermen. I do need to get Silver Talk next. I'm really looking forward to getting that one. I do want to get that one because it's a good, apparently it's a good Cyberman story with Paul McGann. So, Swords of Orion was absolutely quite good. I do enjoy that one. Stormfront, I listened to that one a couple of days ago. I have got my review coming out on Stormfront, so I'm not really going to dive into that because it is Paul McGann's first Big Finish audio. I have listened to 6th Doctor audio on Spotify as well. I can't know which one it is at the moment because I have already filmed my review on that one. It's coming out later on this year. I just got to tweak it a little bit. So yeah, so my journey for 2022 for Big Finish has really been impressive. It's been impressive. It's been amazing. It's been brilliant. My favourite Big Finishes after it so far is the Dark Eye series with Alex McQueen's incarnation of the Master. I love Alex McQueen's version of the Master. I really do get Roger Delgado vibes and stuff. So yeah, last year 2022 was a good year for Big Finish. So roll on Big Finish for this year. I am going to try and track down every little piece of audio from the 8th Doctor, because I do enjoy the 8th Doctor from Big Finish. It's my favourite Doctor from Big Finish. I have to admit, Big Finish is helping me get into the 10th Doctor a little bit more. I am going to get next for him the Dalek Universe series, which is where you got like 3 box sets of Dalek Universe, and it's the 10th Doctor in this whole Dalek saga. I'm really looking forward to getting that one, so that is next on the list. There's also the 10th Doctor and River Song box set as well, which I do looking forward to listen to. So yeah, this year could be the year I start to enjoy the 10th Doctor a little bit more, thanks to Big Finish. So let me know in the comments, what is your favourite Big Finish story? What is your journey through Big Finish like in 2022? Please do like, subscribe, share, and join for more awesome Doctor Who content. Have a cracking day, you amazing viewers and subscribers.